So this weekend I'm going to be posting another video of laying down in the snow with no shirt on. And what really is the purpose of this? And the first time I went to a whip massage, yes, being hit with whips. The first session I went to, I created a whole new language. I was cursing words that I never heard before. I was surprised I didn't call the cops. A week later, went for my second session. It was better. And the third session, I was having a 45-minute long conversation with the guy who was administering the whip massage. And I said, what's happening here? The first time I was screaming like crazy, and this time I'm just getting hit with a whip and I'm just talking to you. He said, we've removed the first layer of tension. The first layer is your skin. It's your senses, your outer senses. It's more shallow than emotions, and it takes a lot less to activate it. You can, a little burn, a little pinch, a little flick, a little pin. Where it becomes a trauma event is when something happens to the outside of your body, and that sort of brings along with it other pains from your past that have stored. So now the thing you just experienced might have been just that much pain, but you're giving it that much of a reaction because of all the other traumas stored inside the body that are adding up to come out when this latest, perhaps minor pain happened. And that's what happens, is a minor surface pain. If we have a lot of trauma stored in the body, it sort of calls out all of that old trauma. So you've heard about making mountains out of molehills, a big thing out of a little thing. Well, this is the reason why. There's trapped emotions and trapped events in our bodies, and when something happens to the outside of our body, it may be a small thing, but it triggers something deep inside and kind of draws it all out. Well, when they do that in an unconscious level, like you just spout off emotionally, it doesn't really get you anywhere besides pissing a lot of people off. But if you do it in a controlled environment, in other words, you bring in extreme discomforts, such as ice water or snow, to the skin. And maybe you wouldn't call that extreme. Maybe extreme is burning, which I'm not going to do to myself. But when you take an ice bath or a cold shower, or you're about to lay down your naked back in the snow, start breathing and calm down all of the past reasons why you're becoming afraid, why you're becoming tense, and soothe it and calm it. What that will do is get rid of the anticipation tension. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lay down in the snow. Here it comes, here it comes. It'll get rid of that. Then when you do lay down in the snow, or take a cold shower, or an ice bath or whatever, and you feel it, wow, it takes the color right out of your throat. Again, instead of concentrating on this like you're trying to make it not happen, let it happen. Allow it. And before you know it, even that tension will mellow out, and you'll be laying in the snow, no problem. And here's the fun part. When you get up, you'll feel like you just had a massage, because all that breathing and all of that surface discomfort draws out and pulls out with it other stuff, old stuff. It's kind of like a hose siphon. If you want to siphon out, let's say, a pool, you take a garden hose and you hook it up to the spigot and you run water through it. And you turn the garden hose off and you hold up both ends of the hose. Now the hose is filled with water. will dump one end into the bottom of the pool and the other end running downhill. As the water running downhill runs out of the hose, it begins to bring the water in the pool with it. That's how this works. Some surface pain in a controlled environment being relieved with breath will relieve a lot more than just the surface pain.